Hello, racing fans. Welcome to Delaware Park. I'm your host, JJ Gracie. We'll be watching races on Thursday, September 22nd. We had 8 races today, and our feature race was the 6th, optional claiming 25,000 1 mile on the dirt. The track here was fast. The turf course was firm. The weather here was cloudy, intermittent rain throughout the day, temps in the 70, winds from the north about 10 miles per hour. So, Josh Brown was our track announcer. So with that being said, let's take a look at the first half, the early daily double. Optional claiming 75,000 for 2-year-olds, never 1-2, going 6 furlongs. Here's the opener. Here's Josh.
Away and running. Good speed, one from the outside from Valenzen Day, who beats everybody off the block. Sansa Ariel showing good early speed, and so is Awesome Brother Bill. A little bit of a slow start leaves Beautiful Carla right there in a position to challenge, and now surges to the top, and the pace is quick. And last of all is Mean Tweets. They point towards the 4, and Beautiful Carla is now the leader and shows the way by only an act. Valenzen Day with all that back class is a stalking second, and Awesome Brother Bill rides that rail, passed by Sansa Ariel, who's deep on the course, and Mean Tweets is watching a hot pace and getting closer too as they get ready to pass the 3 furlong. And Valentin Day now takes the lead away from Beautiful Carla. On the far outside, Sansa Ariel is closing in. Awesome Brother Bill needs to dig deep and find more. Mean Tweets comes under a ride. Off the turn of the 3/16, Valentin Day now starts to slowly slip away from Sansa Ariel as they swing in, and Valentin Day has slipped away from the opposition. Sansa Ariel has no more to give, and Jamie Rodriguez is hot to trot. He has just won his 8th consecutive mount in a row. Valentin Day scores over Sansa Ariel.
Valentin Day
And then
ships in here from Saratoga, from the Saratoga Special, and the Sanford gets class relief today. $4, $2.42.10 is the rest of the story. Sansa Ariel, $3.20, $2.20. Beautiful Carla, $2.20. And the 6 was 4th. Your exacta, $5.10. Your try, $4.90. And you got a 10-cent refund. Second half, the early daily double. Philly Mare claiming 5,000 1 mile on the 16th. Here's your second race.
Away and running. Lightfoot Miss was slow to go, but speed from the inside rail from Expect to be Ready, who has an isolated lead. Petty Go Girl is getting a little bit closer. Lightfoot Miss, who usually trails near the back of the pack, is up close at the 7.5. Emma and I has 2 beaten, which is Magic Girl in the 3 path, and Ravenel the long shot is last of all. Up and around the first turn they go. Expect to be Ready is a solo act midpoint of the first turn and leads by almost 2. Petty Go Girl's a headstrong second, and Lightfoot Miss scrapes paint in third. Magic Girl is 3 deep and starts a steady advance in the black cap, while M&I's in between rivals, and Ravenel has to come with a gigantic close as they race down the back of the track. There's no pace on, and Expect to be Ready is slowing this down to a crawl, and Petty Go Girl senses that and gets a wee bit closer with about 5 furlongs left to go past the 4.5. Lightfoot Miss rides that rail. Deep on the track is Magic Girl, and M&I gets sent in between rivals at the 4, and Ravenel continues to be a lackluster last as they turn again. Expect to be Ready continues to call the shots. Petty Go Girl eyeballs that speed. Lightfoot Miss is trying to keep up but slowly drops away for the moment. Magic Girl is deep on the course, and M&I is right there too. 5/16 to go. Expect to be Ready continues to carve out the clock. Petty Go Girl is right there in a feisty mood. Magic Girl's had a wide trip. Lightfoot Miss rides that rail and needs to sprout wings from here. They turn. Expect to be Ready now kicks away from the opposition. Up the fence is Lightfoot Miss, then Magic Girl deep on the course, and Petty Go Girl in between rivals. But Expect to be Ready was never challenged. Expect to be Ready has won it.
Expect to be Ready ships in from Monmouth Park, makes it 3 in a row, goes off at 9-2 to return 11-26, 23-40. Lightfoot Miss, $5, $3. Petty Go Girl, $2.10 in the 6 for 4th. 27.10 your exact, $40.90 on your try, $10.90 your daily double, and $18.72 in your 10-cent super. Let's go to the third race, claimant 8, non-winners at 3, 5.5 furlongs. Here's Josh.
Away and running. Good speed on the outside from Golden Aviator, who beats everyone off the line. I Saw It All is showing rail speed, and David's Prospect is right there too. And Ben Copenhagen is wide and out of trouble, and Shed a Tear starts a methodical move to grab that third place position. Shield of Faith is deep on the track, but is in a great spot to chase the hot pace. Chrome finished second last, and Trust Your Instinct is out the back. 3.5 furlongs to go, and Golden Aviator, trying to stick the trip today, has a nice 3-length lead. Ben Copenhagen's hot on the chase in second. Shield of Faith coming under a heavy drive on the far outside. Still in fourth position is Shed a Tear, and Chrome finishes closing in with the yellow cap and is very wide at the quarter pole, where Golden Aviator's the first one to swing him in. Ben Copenhagen has shadowed his speed throughout. Shed a Tear is coming with live one up path off the fence inside the final furlong, and here comes Shed a Tear on attack mode now. Shed a Tear in between rivals. Golden Aviator still leading. Ben Copenhagen now surging late. Ben Copenhagen has won it.
Ben Copenhagen will draw clear, going off at 2-1. To return 664, 2320. Golden Aviator 746.80. Shed a Tear was third, 440 under 6 was fourth. 25.30 on your exact, 56.10 on your try, 24.40 on your daily double, and 22.20 on your pick three. While your super was worth $34.97. Let's go to the turf course. Filly Mare 16,000, 9 winners of 2, 1 mile and 70 yards. Here's your turf horses.
Away and running. Challenge Princess was slow to go. There's the rail speed of Dura the Explorer. Right next door is VK Star. Deep on the track, Brummagem gets closer. And in tight early on is High Dollar Date, and so was Packer Girl as they settle down. Ephemeral now slashes over to the inside to save a lot of ground, and running on entry has 4 beaten. Challenge Princess was slow to go, passing the 6.5, and Talks in Her Sleep Baby. And last of all is the gray, and that is Farcical. Up and around the turn they go. Dura the Explorer gets a challenge from Brummagem, and High Dollar Date stacks him up 3 across the track, leaving the first turn behind. VK Star is on hold in that 4th place position, and Packer Girl is now a settled 5th as Brummagem takes the outright lead. Running on entry is right up against the fence, passed by Ephemerals, who is in between rivals, and Talks in Her Sleep gets a huge shove to get closer to the speed. Challenge Girl passes running on entry, and Baby still near the backfield, and Farcical has to wait for another day as they get ready to turn again. And Brummagem calls the shots as they go past the 3 furlong point with a 1-length lead. High Dollar Date takes up the chase in second. Talks in Her Sleep with this long sustained run. Packer Girl has the charmed run if good enough, and Ephemeral's looking for some space to race, and Challenge Princess is outright as they turn for home, but Brummagem's in hand, in command, has kicked away to a 2-length lead. They're homeward bound now. Brummagem is isolated in top running frame over Packer Girl. Chasing in third is Ephemeral, and the others are running for the minors, including Challenge Princess. But here's Brummagem just running up the score at 9-5. Brummagem, a decisive winner.
Brummagem wins the turf race rather easily. For Jamie Ness gets his 46, Rodriguez gets his 92nd, 560, 280, 260. Packer Girl 380, 340. Challenging Princess $6, and a 10 was fourth. 11.10 on your exact, a 33.55 on your try, 9.50 on your daily double, 30.15 on your pick three, and your pick four 69.60. Your 10-cent super $63.61. Fifth race, maiden 2-year-olds, 16,000, going 6 furlongs. Here's Josh.
Away and running. Good speed in the center for Elliptical David. There goes Pop Socks to strike the front. The Great Pumpkin also getting closer, and so is Edward Madden as they settle down. So the early advantage goes to the Great Pumpkin, while Edward Madden checks in that 2nd place position, and Pop Socks has come away a settled 3rd. Big-Headed Carl rides the rail in 4th in front of Elliptical David, and Praline's Cat was slow to go past the 4 furlong pole. In a well-stretched outfield, the Great Pumpkin has the race in his hands and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Edward Madden is right there, a clear-cut second as they round the bend with 3 furlongs to go. 8 lengths down is Pop Sox in third. 6 lengths down in fourth is Big Headed Carl, and the others have been spaced. Around the turn with a quarter to go, Edward Madden now raises the stakes to the Great Pumpkin as these two team up at the top of the stretch, and Pop Sox is a distant third off the rail as they swing in. And now Edward Madden now releases the brakes to have a neck in front. The Great Pumpkin battles back with stiffening resolve at the 16th pole. Edward Madden with a nose in front. The Great Pumpkin grudgingly giving way to the 9-5 winner, which is Edward Madden.
Edwin Madden will prove best in the fifth to give Andy Simoff his eighth. Aurora gets his third. 562.62.10 on the winner. The Great Pumpkin, 242.10. Pop Sox was third, 260. And the four was fourth. 520 on your exact, 655 on your try. 940 on your daily double. Your pick three, $18.60. While your 10-cent super, $1.99. Optional claim in 25,000. Non-winners at 2. It's a 6. Going 1 mile was our feature. Here's our feature race from Thursday.
The gate. Away and running. Good speed from the long shot. I'm your Poppy. There goes my man Vito, tossing the red cap into the ring, and Hartness stacks him up 3 across the course. Rumjar's behind the speed, and Hefner's committed to a 4-wide kick around this first turn run. And coming away in 6th position is Deep Faith, in front of 2 rivals early, which is Union Fleet, and Azure Sky is last of all. They point towards the backstretch run, and my man Vito emerges from out of the crowd with a 1.5-length lead. I'm your Poppy relinquishes the lead to that runner, and Hartness to take that second position away. Up the fence, Rumjar has no excuses of ground saving fourth, and Hefner's deep on the course, with Deep Faith continuing to scrape paint in that 6th place position, now passed by Union Fleet, and so last of all is Azure Sky. Midpoint of the backstretch run, my man Vito continues to make play and shows the way a 1.5 lengths. Hartness is right there a co-second with Rumjar, who continues a great trip up the fence if good enough. Hefner gets a reminder to stay on the speed, while Deep Faith is coming alive in that 4th place position. Union Fleet starts to advance, but Deep, while I'm your Poppy, has nowhere to give, and Azure Sky was never part of it today. Quarter pole quickly looms for my man Vito. Rumjar, the orange cap, needs some space to race. Hartness comes under a ride, and Deep Faith is 4 deep. These are the 4s they swing in. My man Vito's under massive attack now, and up the inside, Rumjar continues that great rail scraping trip, but Deep Faith is closing with power and pace now, and at 13-1, Deep Faith is rolling past the competition. Deep Faith has won it.
Deep Faith wins the 6th race today. Comes in from Monmouth Park. It's off at 13-1. Return $28, $29, $26. Rumjar, $322.60. My man Vito was third, $360, and the 7 was fourth. $61.60 on the exact, $146.70 on your try. Daily double, $58.10. Your pick three, $78.80. 10-cent super, $87.92. 7th race, optional claim in 25, non-winners at 2, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. Here's Josh.
Away and running. Slow to go with Still the One. Good speed from Spanish Czar. There goes the split early on from Van Dusen. The public's pick now takes over the leading role, and Van Hoover came away in third. Tapham off the 3-day layoff is in that 4th place position, and behind the speed is Ghostly Prince in front of 3 rivals, including Out of Towner. Still the One is off the fence, and Line Jeff is near the back of the pack. Leaving the first turn behind with 5.5 furlongs to go, Van Dusen shows the way, and that leads only a neck. Spanish Czar is going to make the favorite work hard for it going down the backstretch run, and these two pick up the tempo. They're a 1.5 lengths clear in front of Tapham, who's right there close in attendance in that 3rd place position, and Van Hoover stalks the top 3, passing the half. Ghostly Prince continues a charmed run if good enough in that 5th place position. Out of Towner trying to latch on to the others. Still a distant second last is Line Jeff, and Still the One had a slow start as last of all. They turn the corner, and Spanish Czar now kicks on for the money and shows the way by a neck. Van Dusen tries to kick again on the inside, and Tapham is right there deep on the course. Closing in is Ghostly Prince, and on the far outside, Out of Towner stack of chances as they turn. Tapham had first run, but Out of Towner now has all kinds of mid-track momentum. Homeward bound, Tapham still holding on by a gray neck. Battling on is Out of Towner. Blocked for a run was Ghostly Prince. Up the inside, trying to re-rally his Van Dusen. Yards to the finish, and Tapham refused to lose.
Tappan just ran 3 days ago at Monmouth Park and is back at wins today. Return $13.47, $4.20. Out of towner $17.48. Ghostly Prince $5, and the 3 was fourth. Your exact 95.80. Your try 299.05. Your daily double 90.40. Your pick 3 193.25. And your pick 5 $2,858 even, and your 10-cent super $253.29. That'll bring us up to the finale, the 8th race. Filly Mare Starter 62.50 gone 6. Here's your finale.
Away and running. Good speed one from the outside from Thea's Theme, but there goes Always Talking. And up the inside, Awesome View is right there too. And Awesome Pal now takes over that second place position. Fido May came away in 5th. Quite a separation back to True Atkins, 6th, and riding that rail is Texas Reward. 4.5 furlongs to go, and Always Talking is the speed, but trying to latch onto that one is Awesome View, and 3 deep on the track is Vitame. 5 wide is Awesome Pal, and Thea's Theme is also mixing it up too. Behind the speed is Texas Reward, and Awesome Pal trails, but only 4 would cover tip to tail as they pass the 3. Still the leader, Always Talking, but under massive attack. Awesome View is trying to pounce when it counts. Texas Reward has the run of the race. Awesome Pal's deep on the track as they get ready to arrive at the top of the stretch. Awesome View exchange bumps with Always Talking. They come together at the 3/16, and now True Atka's closing in from out of the clouds. 1 furlong remains between Always Talking and Awesome View, and here comes True Atka up the fence. A 16th to go. Always Talking still leading and pulling away late. Always Talking has won it by a long neck.
Always Talking wins the finale today. Their return 543.20, 240. Awesome View 543.60. True Attica return 380, and the 2 was fourth. 1240 on your exact, a 24.20 on your try, 1980 on your daily double, 184.50 on your pick 3. Your pick 4, $1,035.90, and your 10-cent super, $12.99. The leaderboard, Jimmy Rodriguez picks up 1 today. Sanchez picked up 1 today. That's the only change there. And also, you could look at Jimmy Ness picks up 1 today. And that's about the only changes that we had here at Delaware Park on Thursday, the 22nd of September. We're back here again tomorrow. Our handle was $1,719,723 for Lane Tapman, for Chris Rooney, for all the guys here on TV. Good night and good racing. Always find yourself in the winner's circle.